Hey everybody, welcome to a new type of video on the channel, and today I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on how to build caves better. So not custom caves like you dug the hole yourself, but caves you find on the surface or even underground, and you just want to make them look a little better, spice them up instead of just a little bit of stone and some ore. So I think I've found a nice little cave we can work on decorating here, but firstly I'd just like to note that I actually have made a cave tutorial thing way back then. Like, I think it was like my third video ever posted on YouTube. Anyways, I don't really recommend it. It's kind of outdated. The first thing I'd like to stress with caves is that you have to make them a little more rounded, a little smoother. You have to get the shape right, just exactly how you want it, or else, well, your cave, if you don't like the shape, well, I mean, that's not very good. You kind of want to like your cave, right? So for me personally, I kind of want this to be a little more hidden than it actually is. So we're going to kind of close this off with a little bit of grass, just so there's a better transition. By the way, if you want to make your caves a little more fun to walk around in, always add slabs instead of full blocks. That's just annoying to walk up. I mean, unless you have auto jump on, which who even plays with that anyways. Okay, now here is the most important thing. Most important thing about a cave. You have to decide for yourself a theme. What type of cave are you going for? Are you going for like a mine shaft? Are you going for a coal mine? Are you going for what have you? Are you going for an overgrown cave? A dark, deep lava cave? You really have to choose a theme. Okay, I think we got a decent start for this cave so far, but now we need to add just a bit of greenery. I think it should use some leaves. And I like using birch because it's like a little bit more gray than the other leaves. Other leaves are kind of more vibrant, and they're a lot brighter greens. But birch leaves, I think they fit really nicely in a cave setting. Another way you can spice up your caves is by just adding small patches of maybe, say, coarse dirt. Just little patches of coarse dirt and gravel, perhaps. Kind of looks like maybe some of the wall has crumbled and broken away. And then you can also add the exact opposite, a little bit more of a stronger part of the cave, using some terracottas, per se. Now, just as a smaller note, if we had some trees here, is that one going to grow? Yes, it will. We can add some roots coming in here because it's kind of high to the ground, and I like to simulate maybe that with spruce fences. Really depends on what type of tree you have, and that is very situational. It's only kind of if your cave is close to the ground level. Now, speaking of being close to the ground level, I like to add some greenery, some grass, when it's closer to the ground because, well, I mean, that means it's easier for plants to maybe grow a little bit better because there's a little bit of sun. But say you're going for a fantasy type cave, I don't like to worry about that. I just add greenery everywhere in a fantasy type cave, just because it's fun. Okay, so how about that? I'm feeling pretty good about this overall cave. Now, we can also add some cobwebs if you have shears. Say you're playing survival. If you have some shears and you found a mine shaft or something, you can grab some of those, and yeah, they look pretty good. They're kind of bright, but they work. Now, I'm about to tell you the most important part of a cave. Yes, the most important part about a cave, and you'll be surprised what it is. It is that you have to add a point of interest. You just have to. If your cave is all the same, or mostly the same, going throughout the entire thing, well, I mean, it's kind of boring. Now, a point of interest can be really just anything that is different. Literally anything that's different from the main cave. So with this, I think I'm going to add a small little waterway running right through this area, and a waterfall coming right down here. Just see anything, literally anything you can do to switch it up from your normal cave design will really help out. Now, with points of interest, they don't have to be huge, big things like a giant waterfall that I'm going to make. It can be something small, like I'm keeping this part open, and we're going to have a little bit of dirt coming down, and it'll be like a nice open spot. Oh, and by the way, with dirt things like this, I call it melted dirt chocolate. If you're new to my channel, that's what I call it. The dirt coming down. You can add little pieces of granite wall or even granite stairs or slabs at the end, and it kind of blends in with the dirt a little bit. It's just a little pinker, but it does kind of, that's polished granite. what the heck? But you know what, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and hop into a time lapse, finish up the rest of this cave, including a waterfall coming down here. I think it's gonna be super cool, and repeating our cave design pattern across this area, and adding a couple new features that you guys might really like. Alright, and time-lapse done. I think this cave looks pretty fantastic. I mean, there's always room for improvement, as with everything. But yeah, it's really important that I stress you have to add different points of interest in your cave. It's the most important thing. I probably said that like 5 times in this video. I don't really know. But just like honestly, if you walk down here, and this is the entire cave, that's very boring. Nobody's gonna want to really go further and explore. So then when you keep walking and you're like, ooh, there's a nice little interesting thing, and ooh, there's a little campsite, it's kind of different. Diversity just makes everything more interesting. Like if I just used this one dead coral bush, which by the way looks really good in caves, coral in caves, if I just added one of these in the entire cave, it wouldn't be interesting. So I added 2. Diversity just will always help your cave. You gotta remember that. And oh yeah, tour. I'm giving you a tour. So I guess let's start from the top and go down, and I'll give you a proper tour. So here's where we started. Pretty basic looking thing. And then we got ourselves the little waterfall coming down into, well, more cave. But I didn't get that far, so that's okay. And I was thinking like a pipe coming through there, so that's pretty neat. And the little bridge. And yep, the skyline just really helping to mix things up so you aren't feeling trapped, especially this close to the surface. And the campground. Oh yeah, love this. And you could even add some little meat. Yeah, that looks terrible. Anyways, when you keep going along with the little cobwebs and the bushes, and this is kind of the boring part of the cave, but then it finally ends. And yeah, that's just about it for the cave. Really, you could build this on like your first few nights in survival, you know, just decorate a cave with a little bit of coarse dirt and whatever else you might find. I think it's pretty awesome what we've accomplished here. Anyways, I think I was gonna have to do it for me in this cave tutorial video. I just hope I gave you guys a few tips and tricks to help you build your caves in Minecraft. I know they're one of those things that sometimes people can't really make look amazing. And even I'm victim of that. I can't really make my caves look very amazing. This took a lot of thought to really get this right and how I like it. But yeah, just hope I gave you guys a few building tips and tricks. That'll do it for me in this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.